as Governor in the service of people of Telangana. It is compiled by Rajbhavan officers and the staff members under the guidance of Honorable Governor. The book attempts to highlight and chronicle some of the initiatives taken by Honorable Governor during her first year in office. We all know that Her Excellency has brought in great vibrancy to the Rajbhavan. She is not the one to relax with the protocols that come with the post of governor. She always tries to be a catalyst in development and welfare activities in the state. Given her huge number of activities and her relentless efforts in health, education, tribal welfare, agriculture, women and youth empowerment, etc., it turned out to be a gigantic task for us to bring out a comprehensive book.
ప్రత్యేకంగా we would like to hear your views about the publication, about the Raj Bhavan activities, about our regular day-to-day relation with media and any other thing and anything related to the Raj Bhavan. We would like to seek your opinion, your ideas, your suggestions, anything, particularly from the editors and our political commentators or media advisor, Ramu Sharma ji.
When the Honorable Governor was posted to Telangana, there were a lot of doubts. People were wondering how things will shape up, what will be the relationship between the Chief Minister and the Governor, because of the political connections she had earlier and all those things. But after she came here as the Governor, I had the privilege of interviewing her for the first time. And it was nice that the Hans India succeeded in getting her first interview as Governor, and she had opened up and she was telling me what she proposes to do, how things would be, what will be her role in Telangana and all that. In the last 1 year, what I have personally seen is she has been one of the very active governors who responds to any request made by anyone, and she has been very easily approachable. And fortunately, she has also succeeded in building a very good rapport with the government. And so far, we don't find any kind of controversies. This kind of relationship between the government and the governor is something which is good for any state. We are seeing that in many states there's a clash between the governor and the chief ministers. She, because of her approach, has succeeded in ensuring that things move smoothly. I don't know what others feel, but personally I feel that she is very easily accessible to the media. She has been interacting with the media on many occasions. The book, which has just been released, I have yet to go through it, but I see that there are lots of pictures which shows the number of events she had participated in and how she has been interacting with the people.
Congratulations, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan Garu, for completing the first year in office and on the lovely book to everybody at Raj Bhavan. I was very surprised when I got a call yesterday and they said you're completing 1 year in office. Though I had the fortune of breaking the story that the governor would be changed and a lady from Tamil Nadu will be governor, that's all information I got. And everybody who read the report next day reported that Dr. Kiran Bedi will be the next governor of Telangana, because they just read Tamil Nadu and governor and that's the only name you can think of. It was said about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam that he was the people's president. I have no doubt in saying from my side, you are truly the first people's governor in this Raj Bhavan. So I couldn't believe it's just 1 year. You made such a good place for yourselves and the people of the state. You're very active. The book is, the very volume and thickness of the book shows the extent of your achievements. The rest, before me, Mr. Ramu Sharma, the editor, spoke, and some illustrious senior journalists will speak after me, but I hope you have a long tenure here, and I know that's a double-edged wish, but I do hope you have a wonderful time. We, the people of Telangana, surely have because of you. Thank you so much, Governor.
I'd like to speak in Telugu as our Honorable Governor, when she occupied this Raj Bhavan, promised to know the Telugu. Okay, madam? Shall I? Thank you. I am coming this Raj Bhavan when Sharada Mukherjee was the first lady governor of Andhra Pradesh. Tarvata నెక్స్ట్ కుముద్దున్ జోషి గవర్నర్గా చూశాను. ఇప్పుడు మిమ్మల్ని చూస్తున్నాను. ఫస్ట్ లేడీ గవర్నర్ నిండుతనం తీసుకొచ్చింది. ఇప్పుడు వీరు కూడా, మన గవర్నర్ కూడా రాజ్భవన్కి మిత్రులు చెప్పినట్టు ప్రాతినిధ్యాలని, రిప్రజెంటేషన్స్ని తీసుకోవటంలో నిర్మోహమాటంగా తీసుకుంటున్నారు. నిజంగా ఈ రాజ్భవన్ ఇటీవల కాలంలో వీరు వచ్చిన తర్వాత మన భావాలు, మన సమస్యలు చెప్పుకోవటానికి అవకాశం వచ్చిందనే భావన అందరిలో రావటం చాలా మంచిని చేకూర్చారని భావిస్తున్నాను. రెండవది, మీరు కాన్స్టిట్యూషనల్ హెడ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ గవర్నమెంట్. ఇది మీ గవర్నమెంటే. చాలా మంచి పనులు చేశారు. తెలంగాణ ఏర్పడ్డ తర్వాత మంచి పనులు చాలా జరిగాయి, అనేక సెక్టర్లలో జరిగాయి.
గవర్నర్ గారు సంవత్సర కాలం పూర్తి చేసుకున్న సందర్భంగా వారికి నా తరఫున, ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ ప్రభుత్వం తరఫున కూడా అభినందనలు తెలుపుతూ ఉన్నాను. మా సీనియర్ నాయకులు శ్రీనివాసరెడ్డి గారు చెప్పినట్టు ఈ రాజ్భవన్లో 3వ మహిళా గవర్నర్ని చూస్తూ ఉన్నాం. ముగ్గురికి చాలా తేడాలు ఉన్నాయి. తొలి గవర్నర్ శారదా ముఖర్జీ గారు ఉన్నప్పుడు నేను ఇంకా వృత్తిలో లేను. అప్పటికి మా సీనియర్లు శ్రీనివాసరెడ్డి గారు లాంటి వాళ్ళు అప్పటికి వృత్తిలో ఉన్నారు. వారు చెప్పినట్టుగా శారదా ముఖర్జీ గారు ఈ రాజ్భవన్కు, గవర్నర్ వ్యవస్థకు తెలుగు రాష్ట్రంలో ఒక మంచి గౌరవాన్ని తెచ్చిపెట్టారు. తర్వాత మరొక మహిళా గవర్నర్ చూసినాం, కుముద్బెన్ జోషి గారు. వారి కాలం అంతా వివాదాస్పదం. ఇట్ వాజ్ వెరీ కాంట్రవర్షియల్. హర్ పీరియడ్ వాజ్ టోటలీ కాంట్రవర్షియల్. రాజ్భవన్ మీద, గవర్నర్ వ్యవస్థ మీద, అప్పుడున్న రాజకీయ వ్యవస్థ తీవ్రమైన విమర్శల పరంపరను పెంచిన కాలం. ఇప్పుడు 3వ గవర్నర్ గారిని చూస్తున్నాం. ఈ సంవత్సర కాలం చాలా అద్భుతమైన పరిపాలన సాగింది. వారి గవర్నర్ వ్యవస్థ పనిచేసిన తీరు మీద చాలామంది మాట్లాడుతూ ఉన్నారు. నాకంటే ముందు మాట్లాడిన పెద్దలు కూడా చెప్పినారు. ఈ సంవత్సర కాలం చాలా చిన్నది. నిజానికి వారికి ముందు యువర్ ప్రెడెసెసర్ మేడం, the governor, honorable governor, was there for a long time. So 1 year is a very short period. I wish you do many more things which benefit the state of Telangana in coming future, and I wish you remain in this office for a long time.
లేడీ గవర్నర్ గారు ఒక ఏడాది క్రితం ఇదే రోజుల్లో, నాకు బాగా జ్ఞాపకం, ఇప్పటికే పేపర్ కటింగ్ కూడా ఉంది, రాగానే చేసిన ఒక మంచి ప్రకటన ఏంటంటే, నేను తెలుగు నేర్చుకుంటున్నాను, దీనికోసం ఒక ట్యూటర్ని కూడా పెట్టుకోబోతున్నారు అని రాజ్భవన్ వార్త ప్రముఖంగా వచ్చింది. బహుశా ఈ ఏడాది కాలంలో లేడీ గవర్నర్ గారు చక్కటి తెలుగు నేర్చుకుని ఉంటారన్న ఉద్దేశంతో అందరం తెలుగులోనే మాట్లాడుతున్నాం. రాజ్భవన్లో కార్యక్రమం అంటేనే నిమిషాలు, సెకండ్లు లెక్క ప్రకారం జరుగుతాయి ప్రతిదీ కూడా. ఇక్కడ సుదీర్ఘ ఉపన్యాసాలు చేయడానికి అవకాశం ఉండదు. అందుకనే మిత్రుడు కృష్ణానంద్ చేసినంత, పరిచయం చేసినంత సేపు కూడా నేను మాట్లాడను, ఆ హామీ ఇచ్చే చెప్తున్నాను. లేడీ గవర్నర్ గారు గత ఏడాది కాలంగా ఏం చేశారు అనడానికి వేరే సాక్ష్యం అక్కడ పుస్తకమే. అన్ని యాక్టివిటీస్, అన్ని కార్యక్రమాలు ఒక్క ఏడాదిలో చేయటం సాధ్యమా అనిపించేలా ఉంది ఆ పుస్తకం చూస్తే. అంటే గత ఏడాది కాలంగా పత్రికల్లో మనకు వస్తున్నప్పటికి కూడా ఆ పుస్తకంలో ఆవిడ ఈ ఏడాది కాలంగా చేసిన ప్రతి కార్యక్రమానికి సంబంధించిన సచిత్ర మాలికలాగా ఉంది ఆ పుస్తకం. కాబట్టి అది చూసినప్పుడు తెలుస్తుందన్నమాట ఎన్ని కార్యక్రమాలు మనకి ఎవరికి తెలియకుండానే ఒక ఏడాది కాలం గడిచిపోయిందా అనిపించేట్టుగా ఉంది ఆ పుస్తకం చదువుతుంటే చూస్తుంటే. కాబట్టి ఇదే విధంగా మిగిలిన కాలాన్ని కూడా ఆవిడ ప్రజా సంక్షేమం కోసం, తెలంగాణ ప్రజల సంక్షేమం కోసం పనిచేస్తారని చెప్పి ఆశిస్తున్నాను. మిత్రుడు అమర్ చెప్పినట్టు మిగతా గవర్నర్లతో పోలికి ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే సాధారణంగా జరిగేది కేంద్రంలో ఒక ప్రభుత్వం, రాష్ట్రంలో వేరే పార్టీ ప్రభుత్వాలు ఉన్నప్పుడు ఈ గవర్నర్ పాత్ర చాలా కీలకమవుతుంది. కానీ ఇక్కడ ఆ పరిస్థితి ఉన్నప్పటికీ కూడా ఎలాంటి పరిస్థితి లేకుండా మంచిగా నిభాయించుకొస్తున్నటువంటి తత్వం ఆ లేడీ గవర్నర్ గారి యొక్క వ్యవహార శైలి చూస్తుంటే ఈ రాష్ట్రానికి చాలా మంచి రోజులే ఉన్నాయని చెప్పి నాకు అనిపిస్తోంది.
శ్రీ డాక్టర్ సౌందరరాజన్ గారు, సభలో ఉన్న మిత్రులు, మన మల్లాది గారు చాలా ఎక్కువ ఉపోద్ఘాతం ఇచ్చారు. అన్ని ఛానళ్ళల్లో అన్నీ మాట్లాడవచ్చు, కానీ రాజ్భవన్ ఛానల్ కొంచెం డిఫరెంట్గా ఉంటుంది మనకు తెలుసు. రాజ్భవన్ ఛానల్ పరిమితుల్లో మనం మాట్లాడాల్సి వస్తుంది. ప్రత్యేక పరిస్థితుల్లో తమిళ ఇసై గారు వచ్చినప్పుడు ఈ సై అనే పదం తమిళంలో ఒక విధంగా, తెలుగులో ఒక విధంగా ఉండడం వల్ల, కేంద్రంలో ఒక ప్రభుత్వం, రాష్ట్రంలో ఒక ప్రభుత్వం ఉండడం వల్ల సై అంటే సై అనే వాతావరణం వస్తుందేమో అని చాలామంది భావించినప్పటికీ కూడా మనం అందరం ముసుగులు పెట్టుకున్నాం కదా, చాలా కాలం తర్వాత కలుస్తున్నాం. ఈ కోవిడ్ వల్ల ఏర్పడినటువంటి సోషల్ ఆర్ ఫిజికల్ డిస్టెన్స్ పొలిటికల్ డిస్టెన్స్గా మారుతుందేమో అని భావించినప్పటికీ కూడా వాటన్నిటిని కూడా సర్దుబాటు చేసి తమిళైసై గారు గవర్నర్గా చాలా దగ్గర అవ్వడం అనేది చాలా సంతోషకరమైన విషయం. ఈ మొదటి సంవత్సరం పూర్తి చేసుకున్న సందర్భంలో వారిని మనందరం మనస్ఫూర్తిగా అభినందించేటటువంటి విషయం. టీ ఫర్ తమిళనాడు, టీ ఫర్ తెలంగాణ, టీ ఫర్ తమిళైసై, టీ ఫర్ కాఫీ టేబుల్ బుక్. ఇన్ని టీలు ఉన్నప్పటికీ కూడా ఈ పుస్తకాన్ని ముందు తమిళనాడులో ఆవిష్కరించారు. జీవితంలో మేజర్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ ఇక్కడ మొదలుపెట్టి అది కూడా కరోనా, విద్య ఇట్లాంటి విషయాల మీద మంచి కృషి చేశారు. గిరిజనుల దగ్గరికి కూడా వెళ్ళారు. శ్రీనివాసరెడ్డి గారు అన్నట్టుగా విద్యారంగం మీద శ్రద్ధ పెట్టడం మంచిది. దాంతోపాటు గిరిజనులు మిగిలినవన్నీ రాజ్యాంగేతరమా చర్చ వస్తుంది, కానీ షెడ్యూల్డ్ ఏరియాలో గవర్నర్లకు రాజ్యాంగ రీత్యానే అధికారం ఉంది. చాలా సమస్యాత్మకంగా గిరిజన ప్రాంతాలు, వాటి మీద దృష్టి పెట్టే అవకాశం ఉంది. ఇంకొక ముక్క మటుకు చెప్తాను, ఎందుకంటే ఏదైనా అడగవచ్చు అన్నారు కృష్ణానంద్ గారు, ఇక్కడేమో ఏదైనా చెప్పొచ్చు అంటున్నారు. అడగొచ్చుకో చెప్పొచ్చుకో చాలా తేడా ఉంది. కుముద్బేన్ జోషి కాలాన్ని గుర్తు చేశారు మిత్రులు. దేశంలో ఈరోజు మీరు పత్రికలో చూస్తే కూడా మహారాష్ట్ర గవర్నర్ వార్త చూస్తున్నాం. రాజ్భవన్లో మరొకసారి రాజ్యాంగపరమైనటువంటి, రాజకీయపరమైనటువంటి అంశాల్లో ప్రవేశిస్తున్న కాలం, వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ మహారాష్ట్ర, వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కేరళ, వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఈవెన్ తమిళనాడు ఫర్ దట్ మ్యాటర్. తమిళనాడుకు ఆంధ్రకు ఒక సంబంధం ఉంది. 2 నిమిషాలు మాట్లాడమన్నారు కదా. నరసింహన్ గారు, అక్కడ రోసే గారు, చెన్నారెడ్డి గారు, ఈ 2 రాష్ట్రాల మధ్య గవర్నర్లు అటు ఇటు మారడం చాలా ఎక్కువ. ఆ దగ్గరతనం 2 భాషల మధ్య, 2 రాష్ట్రాల మధ్య ఉంది. ఏదైనా గవర్నర్లు, రాజ్భవన్లు మరొకసారి ఈ విధమైన చర్చనీయమవుతున్న సమయంలో తమిళైసై గారు ఎలా చూస్తున్నారు, ఈ ఏడాది అనుభవం గురించి వాళ్ళు ఏం చెప్తారు, భవిష్యత్తులో రాజ్భవన్లు ప్రజాభవన్లుగా, ప్రజాస్వామ్య భవన్లుగా వర్ధిల్లడానికి ఏం చేస్తారో తెలుసుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నాను. ఇంకో చివరి విషయం ఏంటంటే, చెప్పండి వింటాము అనడం ఈ దేశంలో ఇప్పుడున్న సమయంలో చాలా గొప్ప అంశం. చెప్పండి వింటాము అని అనే వాతావరణం దేశంలో కరువైపోతుందేమో అనుకుంటున్నప్పుడు నిజంగా వారు జర్నలిస్టులను పిలిచి మీరు చెప్పండి వింటామన్నందుకు నేను మనస్ఫూర్తిగా వారికి కృతజ్ఞతలు చెప్తూ, ఈ వాతావరణం దేశంలో రావాలి. అలాగే తెలంగాణలో కూడా ప్రభుత్వానికి, రాజ్భవన్కు మధ్యలో ప్రజాస్వామిక సంబంధాలు, గవర్నెన్స్ ఈజ్ హెల్డ్ ఇన్ ది నేమ్ ఆఫ్ గవర్నర్, yet government may be different. So ఈ బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ ఈజ్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫర్ ఎ ఫెడరేటివ్ కంట్రీ లైక్ ఇండియా.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. నేను తెలుగు నేర్చుకుంటున్నాను. మీరు చెప్పినది నాకు అర్థమైంది. I am really very happy to introduce the one-year book to you. But as it is said, I always say I am daughter of Tamil Nadu, but I am sister of Telangana. So for the birthplace, because I went there, among the media people, I don't differentiate whether it is Telangana or Tamil Nadu. For me, all media friends are friends because they are very much supportive to me, not only during my political career, but also during my career as tenure as governor. Really, they are very supportive to me. So first of all, I thank them. And as it is said, first of all, as when I took the charge as the governor, there was some critical comments were there. She was a president of a particular party, and then she has come here, she's the youngest governor, and whether she'll be able to manage this youngest state. I always say, and I said the first day, Telangana is the youngest state, and I am the youngest governor, and I am a gynecologist. So I'm experienced in handling the newborn babies, so I will be definitely do good to this newborn baby and care the newborn baby so that it is grown to its full strength with good nutrition. And till now, I am, to my mental satisfaction, I am doing it. That's all I can, first of all, convey to each and everyone. And as it is said, I am always a people-friendly person. And as it is said, T for Tamil Nadu, for Telangana, for Tamilisai. And there is another very good coincidence with my life and Telangana. Actually, my husband, Dr. Soundarajan, is called as PSR. And Tamilisai Soundarajan is called TSR. So that is the name of our Telangana state. And my birthday and Telangana's birthday the same day, June 2nd. June 2nd is my birthday. So definitely there is a coincidence, a destiny between Tamil Nadu and Telangana and Tamilisai. And when I came here, really I love the people of Telangana. I like the tradition of Telangana. I love the pattern of life of Telangana because we are all sisters. We were all once together. Linguistically, then lingually we were separated, but traditionally we were all together. So I always have a very cordial relationship approach with the people of Telangana, and I want to do something to the people of Telangana. As it is said, as if the governor post is not a resting period. It is an experience for the rest of the life, I can say. And Telangana, when I landed here, it was a period of that time, dengue fever was prevalent at that time. As it is said, most of them, what is the relationship between the government and the governor? I clearly understand what is the responsibility of an elected government and what is the responsibility of a governor and what is the responsibility of the post which we are holding and what are the boundaries of that, what are the limitations of that, what are the powers of it. So I clearly understand that and I want only the people to get benefited. So one of the media person only asked me, what is your relationship with the Chief Minister? I told it's only issue based, not fighting, not fondling. That was my answer. So as a governor, because I always have represented my opinion, views to the government. And the government has taken it in a very positive way, particularly during my initial appeal was during the dengue fever. As a doctor, as a person attending the pediatric cases, I wrote a letter to the government saying that the dengue should be controlled in such a way. So 15 points I convey to the government, first there was little hesitancy. But after that they took it and it in a very positive way. Like that even during the pandemic period. Pandemic period, first we all know that the state was low in testing, some certain restrictions were there. But as a doctor, very strongly, in a very concrete way, I put forth my views. So these all should be done to curtail the pandemic, and the government responded positively. The way how you convey and the way how it is accepted, that is the way the government and the governor relationship. Everything for the people. Usually I don't compromise on things which will affect the people. Here it is said that most senior person told that some problem there in the educational system, the universities. From the first day we are addressing it, and during the pandemic period, no day was wasted. Each and every day we had video conference with the universities, and I compiled totally about this is the horoscope of Telangana 14 universities. How many vacancies are there? How many posts are there? And what's the fate of the vice chancellors? And how many vice chancellors to be appointed? Everything, each and everything we compiled. We had a very exhaustive and elaborate interaction with the university staff, university registrars, the academicians, the non-academic staff. So single day, whole day we interacted with one university. And then I compiled everything and I gave to the government. Now the government is responding. So why I am telling, whatever may be the issues, I always think about the people, and it is for the people. I don't say that government is not thinking. Government is an elected government, and definitely all the governments, not only this state government, all the state governments have the responsibility to safeguard their people. But whether I am a problem solver or I am a catalyst, I am a facilitator. I can facilitate things. And as it is said, as a doctor, when I was practicing, people will be attending my clinic, even though I was a political leader, for some time I was practicing. People will be sitting in my room, in my reception. Only whether I am treating or not, I will hear the problem, so that hearing the problem itself will solve the disease 50%. So that only I am here doing. I want to hear whatever whether it could be solved, whether it could be just passed to the government, whether it could be followed up. There is one person to hear the problem of the people. Sometimes it could be solved very easily. Sometimes it could be conveyed to the government, and sometimes it could be delayed. But there is a person in Raj Bhavan to help the people, to facilitate convey the message from the people to the government, and I want to be a bridge between the people and the government, and a bridge between the central government and the state government. So this is a bridge. And always I want to help the people. I want always sector very nearer to my heart, particularly when I meet the Honorable Chief Minister. I always say the government hospitals should be improved. That is the final hope for the poorest of the poor. And I have gained my undergraduation from a government medical college, and I was working as an assistant professor in a private medical college. So I know how the people are benefited, the poorest and poor are benefited by the government hospitals. So I always convey, I get the information from other states. For example, in Tamil Nadu, government hospitals pay and use wards are there. Just for 100 rupees, they can get a ward, private room with privacy. So I was conveying this to the Honorable Chief Minister when I met him. So he told, okay, we will develop. So whatever may be the good things I hear from other states, particularly because I am from Tamil Nadu, when such things are, even during pandemic, we could exchange our views. When the Hyderabad was suffering from floods, I called a Honorable Chief Minister from Tamil Nadu so he could help, give some help to the people of Telangana. So he announced 10 crores immediately. So then followed by other chief ministers. So whatever may be the smallest thing which could be done for the people of Telangana, I am eager to do, I want to do, and I know what is the post of governor also. How the governor can implement things and what are the powers of governor, whether he can independently do anything, okay. But whatever may be the post we hold, we are for the people, and I want to concentrate on certain things. And I want to, here we have introduced the e-office, public redressal system, where whatever may the request we receive, then we see it, whether to which department it can be referred, whether we could solve the problem, and every day we are following it. It's not just like a post box. It's definitely, it is considered humanitarian grounds, and it is considered patiently, and wherever it could be referred, we are doing it and we are following it. And the focus which I want to be more particular is the tribal welfare. I have a very good plan for the tribals. I am following them post-pandemic period, how their nutritional status is there, how their livelihood is. So I have a plan to travel in the post-pandemic period. We are unable to travel, but I have a plan, a long tour to the tribal areas, and I have some plan to feed them, to educate them. So a concrete plan I have developed. And the nearby school is the Rajbhavan school. When I went for a program, one of the teacher and the headmistress told, most of the children are coming without breakfast. So we thought, because I cannot manage all the schools, but I can, to a smaller extent, I can manage the school which is nearer to Rajbhavan, the Rajbhavan school. So we are providing like breakfast to the children. The initiation is named as the Rajbhavan Annam. And we are going to extend even to the others, even our gardeners, our economically poorer section of our staff also taking the food from Rajbhavan Annam. The same type of food provision is I am planning to give to the tribal people also. So these are the plan which I have. And whatever may be the period which I am occupy, I am here, definitely it will be for the people. So most of them were telling, I wish a long tenure for you here. I think there's some meaning in that, because I am from a political background, and I was holding a post of a state president for more than 5.5 years. So most of them, most of our seniors are blessing me like that. Whatever maybe I take, whatever things, I think it's a blessing. Whatever the work given to me today, I will do. I won't bother about tomorrow. So I always say, in Tamil we say, Aandavanum Aandu Kondiruppavanum, which means God and the ruler. Duty which is given to me, I will do to my perfection. I am really very happy because today women empowerment is gaining in Telangana. I am really very happy on that. When I was introduced and when I acquired the power of as a governor, there were no even women ministers. The first, after I came only morning, I took oath, and evening I gave oath to 2 women ministers. But now, in the recent development of GHMC, women empowerment has acquired a very important position. As a woman, I am very happy. But all the women should be safe, and the medical treatment to them and the assistance to them should be improved. Their nutritional status should be improved. So I always, in a lighter sense, I used to say, when I became the governor here, once I went to Coimbatore, and in the Coimbatore airport, I was standing little separately, because I didn't want to disturb the other passengers. Most of them saw and they were wishing me. One girl child asked her mother, why everyone is wishing her? Then mother told, no, she is our governor, so everyone is wishing. The child told, Amma, don't bluff. Mother told, no, she is our governor. Then that child told, Amma, governor will be only old man. How are you telling she is our governor? Then my mother told, no, she is our governor, newly appointed governor. Then immediately that child came near me and wanted a photograph. Then her mother told, you are so, usually you is shy child, you won't go to near anyone. But immediately when I told that she is our governor, you went near her and you wanted a photograph. Why? That girl child told, when she can become a governor, I can also become a governor. So that is the imprint I want to infuse into even every child. So whatever may be the positive things, as it is said, education, I am at it, health sector, I am at it, and tribal welfare, I am at it. I am not in a position that immediately implement, but I will see because of my approach, it will be implemented by the government. That is the duty which I can say, I can do. So whatever may be the approach is very important. See, it's not only the controversies. I always want to be constructive, not controversial. So constructive ideas can help the state, not the controversial ideas. Even though we have controversies, it can be changed into constructive ideas and constructive use. Constructive use can be controversial, controversial use may be constructive. But finally it should be constructive to help the people of Telangana. So whether I am immediately, I didn't dream in my life I will become a governor. Because I was in a political field and then I was working as a president of a particular party and I was working very hard as a women leader. But when this opportunity is given to me, from the first day, I want to do justice to this post. I was a practitioner and I was a very busy practitioner. My husband and myself both were very busy practitioners. Usually I used to say, when one person went and asked one person, to a political person, please give me arrange me a job, sir. That political person told, no, I didn't get a job, so only I came to politics. You are asking me a job. So most of them, I'm not telling everyone, but most of the situation is like that. But my situation was not like that because I had my gynecologic training and I had my training in a super specialty which is known as fetal therapy. I went to Canada and then to rectify the anomalies within the womb, I got trained in that and then I had a very roaring practice. In fact, I was attending more than 5 to 6 hospitals. I was a consultant I was an assistant professor in a medical college and I had 2 clinics and a very busy clinic. All this I had. But the passion towards the people service made me, when I became the state president, I didn't want to travel in 2 horses. So to do justice to my post, I resigned all my medical activities and I was only to the political activity. So when I acquired the post of governor, same justification and same justice I want to do this post. So immediately when I came, you also would have known a political person should not be a governor. So there was a criticism. Then I told, political person can be a governor, but governor should not do politics. That is the that is the real thing which I am following, even though it is difficult for me. Politics is in my blood. But whatever may be the responsibility which is given to me, I know the limitations of it, I know the pride of it, and I know the exact, the meaning of what is my duty, my post, and I always laud Hyderabad as a medical hub, pharma hub, and I am very thankful that I always, as a first citizen of Telangana, I always said the first vaccine will be from Hyderabad. And definitely the vaccine is from Hyderabad. One of the vaccine, among the 2 vaccines, the Covaxin, I visited the Covaxin to the scientists, I met them, I encouraged them, and I am thankful to our Honorable Prime Minister he also visited Covaxin. And we are very proud as a doctor, not only as a governor, as a citizen of this country. I am proud because we are not longing to get the vaccine from other countries. We have produced our vaccine and we are getting the vaccine of our country. So through Atmanirbhar, the self-reliant India, I am very proud as a doctor, as a citizen. I am very proud that we are getting the vaccine and I am going to get the vaccine which is produced in my country, not longing to get from other countries. And everyone is asking, you didn't get the vaccine. I always, my husband got it, and I'm also a member of the medical association, but I'm not a first-line warrior. I don't want to jump the line, and I will get when the common citizens are getting, definitely I will get. So whatever maybe I want to be with the people, and I'm for the people, and as it is said, what all things here I will follow it, and anybody can convey their views so that it will be taken in a much positive way. Whatever may be the negative things, it can be changed into a positive way. So I am really very happy that you all came here, and it's not only a release of book, it's a friendly introduction with each one of us. So I'm really very happy. When I became the governor, one of the press person from Tamil Nadu asked, in this age you have become a governor, are you an extraordinary person? I used to tell, no, I am very, very ordinary person who, like other women, they used to tell, when I became the political leader, they used to tell, no, you should be very confined, and you should be wear only cotton saris, and you should put some kondai, and you should look like a political leader. I used to tell, no, I am one among the women. I was one among the sisters of Tamil Nadu, and now I am one among the sisters of Telangana. I like sisters of Telangana, the way they traditionally dress, and I am one among them. So when they ask, are you an extraordinary person to get this post? I always say, no, I am very, very ordinary person, but doing things extraordinarily. So I, with commitment, with conscious of my duty, and always with the people. When I was working as a doctor also, at that time, ultrasound was a new speciality. Only few centers were practicing ultrasound, few doctors were practicing ultrasound, but I had my training and one of the pioneers of ultrasound myself, and in my clinic for 100 rupees for government hospital patients, I did for 100 rupees. That 100 rupees also for current and the printing paper only. At that time they were charging 2,000 rupees for ultrasound. So always my life is for the people, and even I love the people of Telangana, and I am for the people of Telangana, and whatever the duty given to me, I will do for the sake of the people. I really thank you very much, and I am always, press people are always a friendly people. In Tamil Nadu, I manage the press and I give interviews. When I go to Tamil Nadu, they used to say, when I am in Chennai, I will give interview. Then I go to Madurai, I will give them interview. Then I pass Dindigul, I will give them interview. Then they used to tell, then how you get the message and how can you manage? I used to tell, it is not for myself. The media friends taking the camera in the shoulder, they are in the sun, expecting any political leader, whether they will give any message to them. So my message will be always very clear, crystal clear and very positive. And I want to give some message to the media friends who are toiling in the sun, taking the camera. And it's not the press people from Chennai is different, from Madurai is different, and from Dindigul, the peripheral media friends will be expecting something. So I am always a media friendly person. And I think that a good politician and good media can achieve great results to help the people, and that is my opinion. And I really thank you all for your presence and your very good speech and your points well taken, and I'm really very happy, and my duty as a governor will be for the people and for the people. Thank you so much. And I thank the officers of Telangana, our Raj Bhavan, during the pandemic period. It was not just like Raj Bhavan, it was like a very busy office. Whatever the Twitter message we received, whatever the message we received to help the people, whether they are strangled somewhere, whether they stranded somewhere, whether they had some problem, 24 hours we were working, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, we received a message when they wanted treatment, when they wanted blood donation, when they wanted plasma. And even as chairman of Red Cross, we have created an app, and more than 18 lakh members we have enrolled. And then we have created an app for blood donation, and we motivated plasma donation. And Raj Bhavan worked really very intensively to help the people during the pandemic period. For the happiest moment, I should say, already I told, the day which I took over as the Governor of Telangana. And also, the happiest day is our approval of the vaccine from Hyderabad, that is from Telangana. So, we are longing for the vaccine, and when it is approved, that was the happiest moment for me. The saddest moment, I should say, the pandemic period, when we heard that even doctors were affected, and immediately that only made me to go there. Actually, even my security restricted. I wanted to go to the hospital with PPE and to encourage the doctors. So the saddest moment when I hear any one of the frontline warrior loses the life or lost the life because of my pandemic, that was the saddest moment for me. So for sake of others, for treating the people, frontline warriors, whether it is doctors, whether it is paramedical staff, or the police personnel, or our cleaning persons, everyone, whoever may be, when they lose their life, when they lost their life, that was the saddest moment for me. Tamil Nadu elections, at present I am the governor. Almost, this is the first election which I am a little far away from Tamil Nadu election, only not as a participant, only as an observer. I always wanted to serve the people, so I have contested unsuccessfully. I have contested 2 or 3 times, and this time I am only an observer and observing the elections. Very well, I told as a governor, I cannot do politics, so I stick to that. Particularly, I learned about the nutritional status of them. So like Raj Bhavan Annam, we are going to provide food for the, first of all, I want to get 2 or 3 vehicles and get the food in that vehicles, and then some small scooter-like thing, this electronic vehicles. I am studying the matter with full intensity. And we are going to, according to the plan which I have, we are going to have 2 or 3 vehicles with the provision of my discretionary funds. We are going to get some vehicles and to take the food in that vehicles, and to get to the interior. We are going to train 20 to 25 tribals for that electronic scooters. We are going to get it so that we train the tribal sisters and brothers to provide food, take the food to approximately 100 to 150%. So like that, initially my aim is to get 2 vehicles and 20 scooters. Approximately the vehicle costs some 4 lakhs to 5 lakhs and the scooter costs 50,000 rupees. So there's an electronic scooter, so it needs some maintenance, tribals can be trained. So that mega, almost a very good project I have portrayed in my mind, and I am at it, I am doing it, and when during my tour, I will initiate it. Yeah, definitely, it's a very good question. Actually, I visited some of the tribal areas before the pandemic. And throughout here, I had a plan to visit all the tribal areas, but unfortunately, because of the pandemic, for 11 months, we were unable to move outside Raj Bhavan. Not only myself, because of the lockdown and because of the pandemic. So now, as the cases are reducing, and now we are little by little relieved from the corona situation, so I have already planned it. Most probably, the end of this month, we are starting the tribal area tour. And as it is said, Kanagaraj, we congratulated him, and we called him to Raj Bhavan, and he felicitated him. Not only him, he gave some financial assistance to him also. And he requested us to visit his place. So that is also in my plan. We have the e-office. As we are unable, whoever are asking, representing, we are receiving it. But through e-office, we are already receiving the memorandums from the people, requests from the people. And to meet them, definitely as a plan, let the pandemic pass away. That's a time limit which I am expecting. Actually, as it is said, there is some limitations, governors, redressal, particularly Raj Bhavan, cannot solve the problem. but I am a facilitator. So most of the time when we appeal to the government and when the particular department we convey the request which we receive from the people, they are responding, no problem. It's the approach, we always approach in a very friendly manner so that the people should be benefited. So they are responding. They are responding and we are following it. No, it is people approach us with different problems, even sometimes for medical help, for admission in the government hospitals, or during the pandemic, they wanted beds in the government hospitals. For different problems and various problems, they approach us. So I cannot say for the particular problem they are approaching. For example, one of the farmer, he approached for the card, Pattadar passbook, Nizamabad district. So immediately we approached the government and the officials and they responded. Then recently that Rajamma, we called her and then we requested, then we requested the particular officials and the IAS officer there to help her with some medical help and at it. So I am telling whatever the problems which are focused and when they are conveyed to me, I always convey to the officials, and in whatever way it could be done, it's done. Finally, it is done. That's all I can say. First question, as I said, Raj Bhavan and the Governor's office and the Chief Minister's office should work for the people. There can be controversies. I cannot say, because each one will have attitude different, their way of working different, and the way of appealing different. I cannot say where there is controversy, so that is wrong, but we are like that. They have some pattern of work, so I cannot comment on the other states. I don't want to comment on other states. Our state, from the beginning, because I was feeling little bad when I landed here, as it is said, there was a criticism that because a governor, a political background person has come, that too a person from different party which is different from the ruling party here, definitely there will be clash, controversies. So they are expecting some controversies, some gala events. But from the day I wanted the people should be benefited, but as I said, I don't compromise things also, because in fact, I don't want to say everything for yes. That is also wrong. Whatever the appeal or whatever things to get it done, get it done. That is my view. So I have a way of communicating. So for example, whatever, even during the pandemic, when I wrote some letters, there were little hesitancy, there was no clear response. But when I met the Chief Minister, I clearly told Honorable Chief Minister, I am not only a governor, I am a doctor. Please utilize my services as a doctor. This state is so fortunate during a pandemic to be headed by a doctor. So even though you have inputs from your officials, even though you have inputs from, you also have doctors to communicate. But my views may be different. As a political person, as a social person, my views as a postgraduate in a particular field and a research person, I have so many views. So when we implement, definitely our state can exemplify as a state which controls pandemic. So when I said personally like that, I don't have any personalized ego. You please even I don't want to disclose that I'm telling all these things. I don't want even that propaganda, I don't want. But I want things to be done, to get it done. So that was my approach. So I want things for the people. So I don't want to be very popular. No, I did that. No, they refused. No, I enforced. I don't want such things at all. I want to put it in a very correct direction and it in a right path and it in a very smoother way. And I want to enforce things, putting my words very correctly, very in a concrete way. So it is only the communication. I strongly feel good communication prevents controversies. So I am a good communicator, I can say that. Then my father, they asked, actually I joined the party which I was heading in 1999. As it is said, at that time there was no any presence in Tamil Nadu. But I strongly felt, because the ideology, I am a nationalist, I was born and brought up in a nationalist family. My father is a true Gandhian and is respected as a very true leader there, non-corrupt leader. And from my childhood, I had a passion towards politics. And I wanted only a national party, even though I had good opportunities from the regional party, selected the national party. And I was fascinated by our Honorable Vajpayeeji's and our Honorable Prime Minister Modiji's views about the development. As a doctor, I used to think that when I was a student at Tanjavur Medical College, children used to come in bullock carts. I used to ask them, why are you bringing the children in bullock cart? If you would have brought the children in the car, we would have saved. Because I was a student from Chennai and transferred to Tanjavur when I got married. They used to tell, Papa, when you are asking like this, if you are not having porridge to eat, why can't you eat cake? We are to get this bullock cart, we were suffering, 1 hour we were waiting. So when I went for a training at Canada, helipads were transferring the patients. So I used to think, then when as a medical student, I attended Honorable Vajpayeeji's program. He was talking only about development. So I wanted a party to which focuses on development. So because of that fascination, then I had a feeling that after so much of years of independence, our country should have developed in much a better way. That was my view. And when I met such a party, so I joined with a big turmoil in my family. My father didn't talk. For 1 year, my family, I was unable to attend any program. But the pillar which was strongly beside me was my husband. Because of his support, I always say it's not he's not at the back of me, he's at the beside me. So because of his strong support, even though my family was very angry with me because of my decision, but after that, after 1 year or 1.5 years, my father started talking. But even now, we keep distance. He's, as a congressman, we keep distance only. So it's like that. He was a true congressman, I was a true BJP person. It was like that. Yeah, I have to appeal, because even though when I felicitated our Padma Shri awardee, the tribal minister also came. Actually, we invited her, and she was good enough to came here and attended the program. And during that time, I also interacted with her. The tribals are facing some problem. Then she told, we will look into it in a very humanitarian way, and we will have a meeting. So I am at it. I am well aware of the problem, and definitely it will be solved. But it's a sensational issue, because we cannot talk for them, we cannot talk for them. So both are important. So we have to manage it in a very delicate way, then it will be done. I am at it. So universities, I always say in the higher education system, our Telangana should top the country, must one of the top states in the country. So only I should thank all the university staff and academicians for initiating the online classes. Telangana is one of the states which initiated very early the online classes. So I used to tell the online classes are the lifeline for the students during the pandemic period. So I cannot say the particular problem. As it is, as we are all know that Vice Chancellor should be appointed as early as possible. And from the beginning, I am enforcing that. I am requesting the government, and as I said, I interacted with the registrars and other academicians, and we have submitted, and the government has accepted, and they are on the process, and definitely within 1 or 2 months, we'll get a university. Because of the pandemic, government was explaining me, because of the pandemic, we're all focusing on the health of the people. So immediately now we are receding from it. So we are at it, and within 1 month the Vice Chancellors will be appointed. That is the assurance the government has given to me. So some employment, some vacancies, these are the problems. But I should say all the universities are working very well, very hard. During the pandemic period, they didn't take any rest, and they were all on their duty. And I really appreciate the work of our universities. That's all I can say. Actually, as I said, my appeal is always issue-based. So, as a doctor and as a governor, my focus is on the health of the people and the tribal welfare. But whatever may be the issues which during that time, particular time, which comes to my notice, I always have conveyed to the government. I want to convey to you constructively whatever the opinion or the message you want to convey to me even later, it can be conveyed for the sake of the people. And I will be, as I said, I will be a catalyst, I will be a facilitator to get things done and always take everything in a very positive way. So let us all, we are very happy that we have crossed, we are safe during the pandemic period and we are all able to meet today. And even in another 1 or 2 months, we have to be little careful.